Hello artists! Today we are going to be taking our line paper and making it into a lantern. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to take a marker and we are going to make ourselves a guideline for where to put the glue. So I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to put a marker line all the way along the left side of my paper. Now, I am going to flip over my paper and I'm going to bring the edges together. So I'm going to bring these edges in and now I can see that blue line. So once I see that they're together, I'm going to push them a little bit. Might not stay, but that's okay. We still have a little bit of that crease and that's what we want. So now I'm going to uncap my glue. I'm going to make sure it's not out too far, and I'm going to bring these back together and I'm looking for my marker line. So right now this one can hang out. I don't need to worry about it, but I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to put it all over that marker line. And now I'm going to bring this other side and it has to go over top of this. It can't just meet right up, because then it's not going to stick. I have to make sure this side is laying on my glue. So I'm going to put it on top and I'm going to push. And then I'm going to rub the entire glue line to make sure it's stuck. And now if I pick it up, I can squish these creases a little bit and make it a tube. And now you are going to get to hole punch the top and add streamers to the bottom. So let's do the streamers first. Miss Eicher has given you some tape. So you have this little bit of tape and I suggest that you use your scissors to cut it, because sometimes when we start to rip it, it just gets tangled up and then we can't use it anymore. So it's hanging off of the edge of your table and you're going to cut a little bit at a time. And this is what we're going to use inside of our tube. So you're going to get yourself some streamers, and the streamers, you're going to get a piece that's as long as your arm. And once you have a piece that's as long as your arm, you don't need to go back for more. I'm going to rip this piece maybe into 3 pieces. And I can have one other color as long as my arm. So here's my second color as long as my arm, not longer. And then I'm going to rip this into 3 pieces. All right, now I can take my pieces of tape and I'm going to put them half on my streamer, and then the other half is going to go up inside your tube, so that the streamers hang down out of your tube. So I cut my tape, put it half on my streamer and half inside my tube. And I'm going to keep going until it is filled up. Cut my tape, put it half on my streamer and half in my tube. All right, boys and girls, and now that the streamers are done, I'm going to hole punch the top and add a string. So I'm going to take my hole punch and I'm going to slip it in the opposite side from my streamers, not the same side. And I'm going to do 2 hole punches. One, and I'm going to do the other one across from it. Now, it's okay if they're not completely lined up, but they should semi be across from each other. I'm going to take my string and I'm going to put it through the first hole, go across my lantern, and go out the other hole. And now Miss Eicher will help you tie your lantern into a knot. And now it can hang. All right, boys and girls, I hope you had fun. Bye.